Coolio didn't come from a world of comfort. He came from Compton, California, where survival was the first lesson you learned, and dreams felt like a luxury you couldn't afford. As a kid, his life was a revolving door of instability, poverty, and streets that didn't care if you made it out alive. For him, music wasn't just a hobby, it was a lifeline, a way to process a world that was constantly trying to break him. He wasn't born into the music industry. He had to fight his way in, armed with nothing but raw talent and a story that needed to be told. Before the fame, before the awards, before his name was known across the globe, Coolio was fighting battles most of us can't even imagine. He wrestled with addiction, faced homelessness, and spent time in and out of trouble. He saw friends and family disappear from his life, some lost to prison, others to early graves. That pain, that heavy, grinding pain, never really left him. You can hear it in his voice when he raps. It's not a flashy, dramatic kind of pain, but a tired, weary pain. It is the kind that settles deep in your bones after watching life chew people up and spit them out, over and over again. This wasn't a character he was playing, it was the unfiltered truth of his existence. Then, in 1995, everything changed. A song dropped that would echo through generations. Gangsta's Paradise. The world absolutely went crazy for it. It was more than just a hit, it was a cultural phenomenon. Suddenly, Coolio was a household name. He was winning Grammy awards, topping charts worldwide, and earning global respect. The money, the fame, the recognition, it all came rushing in. He had made Italiano, he had escaped, or so it seemed. But here's the tragic irony, the part of the story that often gets lost in the celebration. The song that made him immortal wasn't a flex. It wasn't a boast about being a tough guy. It was a prayer. It was a confession. Think about those iconic opening lines. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. That wasn't just clever poetry. That was his reality, distilled into a verse. He was describing the world he came from, the feeling of being trapped in a cycle of despair with no easy way out. While the world was dancing to the beat, Coolio was bearing his soul, sharing a piece of the darkness he carried. The fame brought a new set of challenges. While everyone saw the superstar, Coolio was still fighting his demons in private. Addiction didn't just vanish because he was famous. The pressures of the music industry were immense. He was often typecast, forever linked to his biggest hit, struggling to prove he was more than a one-hit wonder. And then there's the quiet, creeping loneliness that fame often brings. Surrounded by people, but feeling utterly alone. He wasn't chasing clout or trying to maintain an image. He was in a constant battle just to stay afloat, to stay alive. As the years went by, the bright spotlight inevitably began to dim. The music industry is notoriously fast-paced. New rappers emerged, new sounds took over, and the culture moved on. Through it all, Coolio remained remarkably humble. He was known for being kind, for being present, for never forgetting where he came from. He'd show up at colleges to cook for students, or randomly join a group of strangers for an acoustic sing. He was a real person, grounded and accessible. But being a good person doesn't stop the private battles. Addiction doesn't care how famous you were in 1995. The struggles he faced in his youth continued to follow him, long after the cameras stopped rolling. Then, in September 2022, the world received the shocking news. Coolio was found dead at the age of 59. The official cause was an accidental overdose, a tragic combination of fentanyl, heroin, and other substances. There was no grand farewell, no final concert, no goodbye tours. Justa Sudan, deafening silence, and that's what makes his passing hurt so deeply. He spent his career showing the world the pain of the streets. He warned people, through his music, about the heavy cost of that life. And yet, in the end, he couldn't fully escape it himself. It's easy to judge, to label, to simplify his story. But Coolio wasn't a villain. He wasn't weak. He was a human being, carrying an immense weight for far too long. He was a product of his environment, and he tried to turn his pain into something that could connect with millions. He gave a voice to a generation of people who felt unseen and unheard, and he did it with honesty and vulnerability. Today, his music still plays. That iconic voice still echoes on the radio, in movies, and in our memories. When you hear Gangsta's Paradise, it hits differently now. You hear the history, the struggle, the warning. Coolio's story is a powerful, heartbreaking reminder of a profound truth. Talent can take you to incredible heights, but healing, truly healing from the inside out, is the real measure of strength. It's the real flex. His life was a testament to the complexities of the human experience. The struggle between light and dark, success and sorrow, fame and isolation. He wasn't just a rapper, he was a mirror, reflecting a side of life that is often ignored but desperately needs to be seen. Rest easy, Coolio. Your voice and your story will not be forgotten. Thank you for watching. If you found this story meaningful, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this.